Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Neuro, and this is a toxic gaming tracker that I have made for Dota. I have different criteria here, such as whether I won or lost, the number of commends that went out that I know of, number of toxic teammates, number of toxic enemies, number of griefers, whether or not the match was a comeback, just to see how good your odds are to win if you are behind. The heroes who are BM, that's bad manner. Normally I define that as they're doing personal attacks to people, not giving specific calls. You can say, hey, you need a BKB. That's not toxic really because it's a direct call for a recommended item. Hey, you're trash, piece of shit gamer, uninstall the game. That would be BM. It's toxic. It doesn't give an on-ramp to any map objective or thing you can focus on. It's just a personal cutting down. So of the Dota games we have so far, we have 34 results. And let's see how many games that are clean, meaning no one is toxic at all on either team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 34 games. We are looking at toxic behavior. How much of it? We have a BM pauses column. So BM pauses are not every game, but maybe every 4 to 6 games. You could have them back-to-back games. Some games will have quite a few of them. And I define a BM pause as you pause the game not because you need one, like to go get the door or to deal with a real-life issue or handle a disconnect. This would be specifically to showboat and upset people, or to unpause the game when someone clearly had a disconnect, so you're not really honoring the option of waiting for the enemy team. So we have about this many BM pauses so far. The BM tips, this is when someone messes up, you're doing this to showboat and rub it in. I would count this as a pretty minor form of bad manner. It's not really the most hateful thing possible, but it definitely is trying to upset people. So it was just a fun thing to track here. And then these are nice tips, which are the tips where someone actually made a legit good play and you want to celebrate them and say, hey, that was pretty cool. I'll try to do this if my support gives me lots of regen in the early game as a carry. Like if they give me more than 2 tangos, that's really nice. Thank you so much. That saves me gold so I can get an earlier Battle Fury or Dragon Lance or whatever my farming item is. And then this is just the quotes column of different things that people have actually said over the course of these matches. Sometimes they're attacking a hero in particular. Sometimes they're just saying really dark, mean stuff. Just generally, nobody cares about you. Like that's a really broad, hateful thing to say to someone who you don't really know much about. Carry is bad. You're just talking about the quality of the person on your team. The draft is moronic. They just say to report people. Do us a favor and uninstall the game. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wind Ranger is garbage. Someone's saying you're trash, fucking brain dead. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Jeez. I would rather lose than take this type of win. I remember that game. That was a Phoenix who said that. They were upset that our Nature's Prophet was ratting and killing their barracks. Congrats on your trash win, DK. You're rat trash, AM. People don't like counter pushing. He's so dumb. We got this one today. 3 idiots in team where you cast an AoE insult and you insult multiple people at once. So I've been tracking this for a bit now. And what are the results compared with what you feel? Like, does this seem more or less BM? Because to me, this is pretty nasty. Basically, every game is going to have some BMers in it. You might randomly get a match or two that are not toxic in some way, but you should just expect if you're playing Dota 2 with your comms open, this is what you're going to deal with. And Dota community, this is my question to you. Do you think this is a good level, or do you think this is a bit much? To me, I kind of feel like it might be affecting your win rates. I'm not sure, but to me, it feels like whenever you have multiple people focusing on typing hateful stuff at each other instead of picking up the wisdom rune, you know you have a real issue on your hand. Chad is asking about what about BM voice lines? I think those are fine. I think that's like the level of banter that is, it's not personal, it's within the Dota lore, so you're kind of playing within the lore of the video game. You're immersing yourself in Dota 2. The heroes in Dota 2 are very sassy. It's how they're written. So if you're just using the voice of the hero, that's between you and the ancients, basically. So that's within the lore. But if you're cutting people down, like some of this stuff is really mean. Like nobody cares about you. Are you serious? A lot of people struggle with depression and stuff. Like that's just really pushing them down further in the case that there is a person on the team who's depressed. And then insulting people's intelligence. It's a very heavy hammer that people come at each other with in Dota. And maybe you think it's funny to cut down at people, but I feel like it's a waste of people's time. And it's also an investment in your own mental frameworks that are about hurting other people verbally. That's a weird skill set to focus on when you could be focusing on your hecking last hits. Goodness gracious. Get it together.